The good news is those of you who've gone through at least some of our news writing sequence, you already have a lot of the basic skills down that you're going to need to be a sports writer. The key, though, is to kind of look at some things a little bit differently. So that's what this module is going to be about, is really focusing specifically on writing for sport. Pretty smart guy, Chief Justice Earl Warren, said the sports section records people's accomplishments. The front page has nothing but man's failures, and that's one of the reasons why people love sports so much. It is the ultimate reality show. It always has a winner and a loser. It's very clear and clean, and has a very specific focus to it that allows us to take sides and to root and do all of the things that are kind of inherent to the human condition, and that really is what brings sport to life for so many people. But just like journalism, there's news, so you can see this is an inverted pyramid lead, just like we've written in the past. The who, what, when, where, why, and how. Kyle Lowry scores 35 points, including a driving layup in the final minute, and DeMar DeRozan at 32 as the Toronto Raptors even the Eastern Conference Finals by meeting the Cleveland Cavaliers. Very straightforward. There's also features. So here's a story on American Pharaoh. He's everywhere. Now that is in no way an inverted pyramid style story. That's a feature lead. So we're getting into kind of a narrative. His name's emblazoned on the jacket. It's printed in gold letters, etc. So, this is a very descriptive anecdotal lead, and we're going to write a lot of these stories as well. Really, there's three main stories that we're going to be focusing on here. One is the advance. So I'm sure you've seen all these. It's got a preview of a game or an event that's coming up, and a lot of these are written in that anecdotal narrative style. We do a ton of research on these. So, where does this come from? What's the background here? What is the historical significance? And that could be from the week before, the season, the year, a lifetime. We have to really know sports well in order to be able to write advances. So you want to be able to get the lingo down so that you understand exactly what this sport is, what this means, and how you can convey this to the reader. Then there's game summary, which I'm sure a lot of you have read, a lot of you have written. Your goal is to make the fans feel like they've been there, but in the age of social media, of course, people already know the score. So now we need to be expanding on that. How do we make it something that's more engaging? That's not to say that sports writers don't still write game stories that are basic recaps, but we want to try to get the highs and the lows. We always get quotes, we get sources. We try to make people feel like they had been there. Now there's an analysis also that you've probably seen a lot. What happened? How did it happen? And that often comes from someone exceeding expectations or not meeting expectations, winning when they should have lost, losing when they should have won. So looking at, are there trends? What happens next? Lots of quotes. Very anecdotally driven, data driven. But this is going to be another type of article that we're going to write.